All right, I'm at my favorite place to eat. You look like a chef. You got your chef's apron, but you're doing body work here.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep myself. I've thrown away too many clothes working this fiberglass.
This is my buddy Herschel. This is I guess this is part of Spirit. You got one of our buildings here, so you're kind of like the bivocational preacher guy that just hangs out. We got cars going on over here, and what are we doing? This is a buyer beware.
Yeah, we're not going to mention the name of this body, but we bought this frame and body from an individual, and after we got it here, we saw how bad the doors fit, and I'm talking, you could not live with it.
Pretty bad.
So what? You couldn't latch, the doors wouldn't latch.
Show us how the door latches. I mean, you got it latching good.
This is, I worked on this very hard to get this. And
it shuts good.
And it's an easy shut.
There you go.
And
the lines were not even close.
This, I've had to.
The bottom of the door was sticking out. Yeah. You had to cut the, I see you got a line with the marker on it, but you had to cut the bottom of the door and move it in.
And we've had all this. This was way low, and of course this was high, and we've had to work this, and then the lines weren't right.
Well,
then the top of the door up here, you can see with my markings, I've had to open this door and shave off all of this stuff, and then put some fiberglass material in there and knock it down. And
well, it looks like you're around the corner on the door here. What about that deck lid? All right, so what are you doing here? Looks like you're cutting it apart and doing.
We've cut sections out of this. This is kind of what was in here, as you can see, and we cut it all out because we had to get in here and beef this up because the material would not hold the hinges. So we've come in here and we've got us a couple of pieces of metal. We're going to actually clean this up a lot before we put it on, but we're going to have this bolted like this, and we'll end up we're going to put the deck lid in, and then after I'll get it from the inside of the car and spot this where it needs to be in correct position. On both.
Probably a little overkill, but that ain't
it is, and we'll trim all this off where it's no thicker than this. And some people just will do one, but I'm a little on the overkill side.
Then you can kind of finish. It looks like you took and
oh yeah, we
put the plate in. Use, I guess that's polybond.
Polybond right here.
Got the polybond. Pull it in, glued it, and then screwed it up there and wait for it to hold. So you're getting there.
It's not what should have been done to start with. It should have had enough material here where you could have bolted a flange in there and been real easy to do.
It was basically a car. You got a pretty good deal on it though.
Yeah.
So you got a chassis here.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like what you see here.
No, I got it dusty right now.
Well, it's dusty now, but I mean, you guys did a lot of boxing, cleaning, doing. Made it resale red.
We end up having to might as well grind out all the welds on the plating and redo that and re-weld them, and then redo all the suspension pieces and run all the brake lines and fuel lines and stuff, and we thought it had a brand new motor, and we tore the heads off of it, and it was rust in the head. Someone had let water get inside it, so we had to completely rebuild the motor in here too. So it's coming along. It's coming along.
For what you paid for it, I think you got a good deal.
Yeah.
Just because you get a little extra work here and there, don't get frustrated. That's the best way to just keep moving ahead and get her done.
Well, you know, with the good Lord's help, Bible says I can do all things through Christ who strengthened me. And that's my motto. If I can't handle it, I just get on my knees.
There you go.
You know.
Well, it also says you lack wisdom.
Yeah.
You just ask and he'll give it to you. That's a promise. Just
yes.
do it in faith. Liberally, yeah. So, hey, Herschel and I don't get together. We have lunch together or whatever. We don't get together without preaching to each other.
Yeah.
So I knew you was going to fit that in there somewhere. So good thing. I think we're going to finish this here video with, I've got a car just like this one a customer brought for another company, and nothing fits.
Yeah.
Nothing is close to fitting.
Well, thanks to Bob there, the fiberglass primo man. He has really advised me a lot on this car and kept my my spirit up, as you might say.
Well, I like it over here. So I can come over here. I can sit. This is our table for eating. Doesn't
Yeah.
look like much, but I'll tell you what. Let me go out here. The stuff that comes off of here. We got our green egg and we got our cooker.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, it's dirty out here. We cooked the other day for Thanksgiving.
So I can
for
come over
church.
here and I can just sit and eat and point. Here we go. A couple of salesmen doing our thing. We won't talk about who owns it or who made it. See how it fits? Oof, yeah. Oof, you can kind of see that.
This, boy, this is familiar.
Plus it don't.
And it's not, it's just really, yeah.
No.
Something's holding it out.
This is the good side.
It is.
Well, it's got a strap here.
Okay, I
bungee.
wondered what was wrong.
But the latches ain't put in right.
yeah.
Check out my deck lid here. Yeah, so it needs this door
Got
kind
the
of lined
metal
up.
in the bottom of it like the others.
No, that's a good thing.
That's good.
Yeah, so that'll be easier. I think what's going to happen though, the way this window is,
It's gonna have to be cut.
it's going to have to be cut on the inside and bent back.
Yeah.
Look at the deck lid.
Let me hook this back.
So what we got going on here is a couple of salesmen. We're selling each other. What's your number one product though? See how you bring this in here. What's your number one product?
What are you talking about?
What do you mean, what am I talking about? You're a salesman.
I'll tell you what, I love to sell Jesus to people.
I knew he could get it there. I knew he could get it there.
That's my main,
And the best part of that one is, it's free.
yeah.
I don't get people, you introduce and you tell them the whole story, and here you go. All you got to do is receive it,
It's a gift of God.
and they don't buy it sometimes.
That's right.
Okay, so this old salesman over here, made the number one mistake.
Yeah.
He told me I got what he wants.
Yeah.
And the other part of it is he's got what I want.
The other part is you show me a bunch
I
of
don't
trouble.
have time to do this.
Yeah,
But he
right.
can do this. So you got the Model A. We got a bunch of Model A 2829s that got not built wrong, but instead of building 3031s, we built 2829s.
That won't even open.
Well, we can figure that out. I got some ideas how to make it work. Yeah, it needs to be something.
Golly. Yes, sir. Troubles.
Yeah, a little here or there.
That's low.
The weird part is you just can't adjust the door like you think you should.
No.
It's the way it is. So this is the worst door here. So what I'm trying to do is convince my old buddy Herschel here that I'll trade him a Model A DIY car, if he does me a little labor on here. Gets it fitting like only you can get it fitting. Well, only you and a few others probably.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah, ooh.
Look at that gal.
It's called buyer beware. Now, you know what the sad part is? The guy that bought this, he brought it here from another state, couple states over actually. The car drives really good. He's had it for almost 10 years. So he got the car, put it together, got it driving, and then just kind of got stumped on the doors and on the deck lid here. So it's been sitting and sitting. He couldn't find nobody close to him to do it. And he finally called me. And first thing I said, before we even talk price, let's talk time frame. I said, I can't get to this for at least 3 months. Okay, so you see what our problem is there? So what I was gonna do is cut these. No, I wouldn't mess with them at all. I was gonna cut these off back here and get in there and hold it up where it goes and re-tack them on back here, this one, instead of change it like you did over here.
Yeah.
Because it's got to go back and everything else.
Yeah, it's way low.
Way low, way back, doesn't even open into it.
That's an inch right there.
Yeah.
3/4 there.
So honestly, I think this would be probably the easiest fix of all of it, by just whacking it off of the brace up there and moving it back.
Has he got a latch on it?
No, we'll figure out something. I have an idea. I just need some skilled hands to do it.
Yeah, right.
So it's a good car. It's a nice car. I mean, standing back here, it's a pretty cool looking car.
Yeah, it is.
It runs good. Everything's good. I mean, this thing's ready to go. Just needs a little TLC. And what was your dream car again? And the smile. He gave it up again. That's a good salesman knows. I thought you were a good poker player too. Man,
No.
I got the smile. I know you want it.
You better watch my smile.
Oh.
Sometimes I grin. I've learned to, whatsoever state I'm in, therewith to be content.
Oh yeah, I know what it is to have and have not. I can be like Paul. I've been both ways, and be happy about it. It doesn't really matter. It's all good.
Yeah, it's just.
This is all
a lot
just
of work.
temporary.
Lots of work.
This is the thing. But you know what? We're created in the Creator's image.
Yeah.
That makes us creative. And He don't build junk. So we don't need to build junk either. Some people, oh, you got to have a poverty mentality or whatever. No, if we're going to do something, I want to do it at 100%. So I think this would be a fun project, making this thing look right.
Fun. You are making me laugh. Hours and hours and hours and hours. It's just one of those jobs.
Oh, you can trade.
It's one that nobody wants.
Oh, I like it. That looks good.
I love the car.
No, I don't
I just
mind
don't
doing
like
this kinda-
the past workmanship.
No. But he's already painted it. He's actually, if I remember right, he painted that hot rod black, that flat black, and then buffed it.
Yeah.
That's a tough color to paint, that semi-gloss.
Yeah, that's something. I love the car though. I love the white walls. Everything, everybody.
It looks good.
Everything about it. It's just the old body.
So the moral of the story,
Yes.
buyer beware. I got some people all mad at us because we can't do their work. It takes too long.
Yeah.
We had a guy bring us a car. I wasn't here. This is like, a year or so ago. Brought it here. Josh told him we can't get to it for a long time, a year maybe even, and didn't really give him a price. He come in and told Sean, yeah, Josh, and he wanted to turn it into a turnkey. And this thing was rough. I think it was one of our bodies, but a chassis that was rough and what have you. And he come in and said we'd do it for one price and we'd do it, in no time at all. Told Sean that. Sean said, well, that can't be right. Got with Josh. Josh gave him an estimate. It was, a good lick. It takes a lot to build a car. And he got pretty frustrated with us. He come back and got his car after a little bit and said, we told him one thing and we didn't do this and whatever.
Well, I know that's not right.
Well, I was just glad the car's gone, and I'm when I'm not here. I just don't like to do work for them kind of customers.
I've been around you a long time. There's one thing that I make friends with people is they're close friends. It's when a handshake does it. Their word is their bond.
Well, yeah, I like a handshake.
And
the thing with a handshake, you only get screw up once.
Well, it's
You
just,
screw up once, there's no second chance on a hand. No,
and your reputation
is
what
worth more than silver
worth
and
more than
gold.
anything.
See? Yeah, it is.
You tell someone, just like that job there. I mean, whoever does tackle this, it's got a lot of work.
Yeah,
And it's not going to happen overnight.
but the customer brought it. He understood we wouldn't get to it for a while, and all I could tell him on the time too. It's like all I can say is we got some pretty skilled people here, and we'll give you an honest hour for an honest, for an honest hour. We're not going to charge you 3 hours and do 1 hour.
Yeah, that's right.
And we know what we're doing. And Herschel, this will be his second one for doing that kind of stuff under some tutelage. So this will be no problem.
That's right. Yeah, it would be. No problem, all right. It's I worked with steel bodies most of my life. But fiberglass is different. And if they don't perform the job first, the guy that gets it second time around is
Well, it's different. You can't bend it.
you
You
can't.
cut
I can
and
take
do it.
that door with the bottoms out.
Yeah,
I
and-
can take a metal door and do this right here,
Yep.
and I
have
can
it
fix
there.
that door.
We did a video about
You
that.
won't do that.
I forget how we put spiritual application to that, but
Yeah.
you was making the doors fit on that
But
that old steel body car
it'd be
you
a
got.
nice car when they get that fixed, honestly.
Yeah.
We're not down the car or the body, either one.
No,
It's
it'll
just
be good.
Doors don't fit, trunk lid doesn't fit. And you know, it's like us. We're a work in progress, boy. Men and women, boys and girls. Every day you live, just try to do better. Try to live the way Christ wants you to.
There you go.
That's
Hey,
me.
I feel like I'm back in the groove. I'm glad you did this. I used to end with trigger time, and trigger time used to be some kind of Bible verse. 'Cause that'll trigger some people.
Yeah.
I'd say if you don't like this part, well,
Exactly.
turn it off. If you like the hot rod stuff, watch that first.
I kind of don't fit the mold of regular preachers. I told them I don't apologize for building hot rods. I love the Lord, and my time that I spend on my own time, I love building these cars. I don't know how many I've built, but it's a bunch of them.
Over the years, and you do good
1970.
work.
And,
And I love going over there and eating food while you're
we
watching,
do.
watching you work.
We make fun out of building these cars.
Yeah,
it's not.
fun.
It's not like a real job.
Well, we say we don't build cars, we build dreams.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's about the relationships you build with each other and your family and whoever you're working on it with.
Correct.
But
It's good to be around, up here around Spirit Industries and to see these guys working and I've gotten to know them all. It's a great crew. I'm glad to be here.
I brought you up here just for the promo, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I feel good as a salesman. I got you this far to look at it. He
I
wouldn't even look at it before. I've been trying to get him to look at it for a month now, haven't I?
Yeah.
So this is a good car, man. I'm standing here looking at it. It's in the screen.
Yeah.
It's a good looking car. Anyway, I think that's it for our video here. And next time you see Herschel, he'll be standing on this car.
Yeah,
It'll
right.
be good.
Okay.